Hello YouTube and welcome to my next car modeling tutorial of Blender. And now we're gonna make the headliner of the BMW. So I typed in headliner M3 E92 and something like this which pop-ups gives kind of good reference. You can see well how the mirror is placed, where all of this stuff is. Um, I think that I'm not gonna make the hole in the roof. I don't want it. Okay, but you can see the interior of roof. I'm not gonna add that much detail like those parts, which really won't be visible like that. So I'll add them only in texture. Also, of course, I'm gonna make this thing, yeah, without much detail. It actually doesn't need much. And here we're gonna make those things here. How they're called in English? Okay, I'm not gonna interested in googling for it now. And yeah, of course we need kind of good looking mirror. I'll start with uh, selecting everything and moving except lights for now, and move to layer 2. Then in layer 2 select roof and move back to layer 1. And it's easy way to make sure that only one object is in specific layer. Great. I'm gonna go in this shadeless. Okay, I don't see any difference, so I can use shading. Well, let's get into modeling it. So we need to fill all the holes there, which is kind of interesting work to do. So let's start off. We need to kind of make it solidified. Uh, don't mistake me. I am not meaning solidify modifier. Not at all. It's not gonna work out. Wait, we need some more things here actually. As I can see, we need door for reference. We'll need to adjust the door a bit, I think, or maybe not. And also we need to take in for a moment front panel, which is down here. Why we need it is because we need to kind of make sure that we have it looking fine here. I'm gonna extrude it and set cursor here, and then move this selected vertex to the cursor, and kind of select a quad here and fill it in. Okay, I can move this away. Now of course, if I go in this view, you can see, okay, you can't see where the normal is. Hard to tell. Okay, I think it's on the right side. No, I don't know which is right side. Maybe we even don't need that face there. We will remove it once we have gotten to filling it in. So I'm gonna go in this view now and start extruding it. I'll extrude it here like this, and then drag it this way. What I can do with these vertices here is fill in with the face. And which side? The normal. This, I think, on the correct side. And of course fill this with face. So if I grab this back, if I take a look, okay, I'll leave it there like this. I thought there was no much. Okay, it's kind of, we have started it there, so I can actually add the interior material to it because it's kind of part of interior actually. So now we can just make it out there. Well, like this. So I can just go inside view and extrude it a bit like that. So okay, amazing. And fill all of those faces, and we kind of need to get a shape like it's here. Hard to understand how it's acting. It shouldn't be kind of complex shape there. It's supposed to be something simple. I think I'm gonna just make something approx. Kind of very simplified version of it. Okay, I'm gonna pause for a moment. Okay, so keep extruding upwards like this. Let's fill in this again and fill this. Whoa, sorry. This part. Okay, and we're kind of getting the shape. So we'll end up there with kind of sharp cut where we'll stop this process. And I'll assume it's around here. So you again fill in those faces there. Great. And again, I think that I can kind of apply the material here. So I'll apply this material here. Okay, so we can go to the reference image and see how it acts. Actually, we can keep extruding all through there to make the curve, like we do with the other side of it. So you keep staying in this view, and I'll extrude all through it now. And only after that, I'll fill. I think that's a good idea. I don't know if you agree with me, but you should. You should. Great. Whoa, no. So now let's take those vertices and grab them this way, like that, to make sure it's kind of looking like a curve in all the directions, because it's supposed to look like that in all of the directions. Yeah, I think that I'm telling right. Right now I'm not sure even about it. I mean, I'm even not sure about it. Like that. So, oh, we've gone too far here already. So dragging back. That's what too far. You can move it back where it's supposed to be. So keep doing it like this. And we have done it to the end. For this vertex all, now go in the layer 2 and move this back to 1 layer. Well, and go in edit mode. Yeah, here's the thing. Deal with it. What could we do with it? Oh, we can move cursor to here and move it back to the layer 2 and move this vertex to cursor. Then we can make out some kind of nice curve shape here. What I'm gonna do now is fill in here. And actually I must check in this side if I am kind of selecting right vertices here, like, okay, I have selected right ones, then I can fill again Right ones, okay. Fill. Right ones, fill. Make sure to not select the other part, that not this but the second, the inner vertices, because you don't want to fill with them. Okay, yeah, we'll continue there. Of course, fill this part, and I think that I can even grab them up a bit, grab them out to make them look a bit curvier. The best place to see in perspective view is in the center of it, the screen. I could go in orthographic like that, make it wireframe and orthographic. Now I can adjust the shape a bit. Okay, good. What I'm gonna do now is fill in the vertices, but only on the bottom part, not fill in the top part. Okay, I think you got the idea, and I hope that you already also understand the reason of this. Well, okay. Now let's fill it all through. Like this. Good. And why don't we fill in there is because now we've gotta make um, this filling. We need to blend with the things we made there. So I'm gonna go in front view now, select all of those vertices and extrude down them just a bit, and drag them in just a bit as well. Okay, and of course fill this, so you can drag this in a bit and up a bit, which means you can drag most of them upwards actually. So yeah, we have it there like that, and the same for the rear part of it. So basically you again select vertices, extrude them down a bit, and drag them in a bit, and also here they can fill. At this point it seems that I could drag this out, move up, not that much, and it seems that I want to make them all a bit more dragged out, so I'm dragging them all out. Well, yeah, this kind of looks like what I wanted it to look like. If I select both layers now, yeah, you can see it's kind of making the shape, but I'm gonna move this back to layer 1. You can see they're not matching here at this point, so I'm gonna add one vertex here, add cursor there, extrude and set this to cursor, and fill the scene with another face. And now if I select both layers and see, have filled in these, or maybe I could just drag this here inside a bit. Or no. Well, yeah, like this. I can move this back to layer 2. Okay, good. So now we have this rear part, kind of good looking, I think. So maybe you disagree with me. Well, yeah. I'm gonna apply interior material to all those parts already, just so that I don't have to worry about that later. So I'll just select all of the interior parts here, as well as around the edges here and here, and assign interior material. Great. Now we have it all like an interior. And what is now important thing is that you can see here it's kind of looking odd as well here. It's like not the separate roof anymore, it's kind of too blended with interior. So you know what I mean. I'm gonna select those edges here, edges, all the inside edges here. So basically where they start is approximately here. Let's see if I have selected it correctly. If I grab it, it has just where it says their joints, so yeah. Maybe I can select that edge just to make sure about it. Okay, now you can keep selecting them all around it like this, and also grab. You can see that around this point we have selected wrong ones, so I'm going to select them this far and here. Mesh, edges, edge split, and here now you wanna make sure that you select the right ones. So you go in wireframe and then you'll be selecting no, for me it works like this. So I have selected the right ones, and again mesh, edges, edge split, and now we have fixed the roof at this point. So and now all that's left for the roof actually is just filling it in here. That's all. Yeah, we'll have finished roof, so I can move this away so that we don't have it as a useless obstacle. I can go in bottom view like this, and firstly let's start off with actually I'll start off with the rear part here because it's kind of simpler. I'll make it very basic. Extrude it this far and one more extrusion. Now let's see, we can grab it up a bit. We need to do it actually. And so the first thing you do is you fill in those, then you take and fill it here with triangle and here with quad. And we have already reduced the poly count of it than we would if we wouldn't optimize this one. So, wow, sorry, wrong vertex. Select this vertex and do similar extrusion, and here I'm gonna also kind of try to optimize it a bit. Make it kind of straight there, and drag those vertices up a bit. What this is already well referring to is around that point, because it's really around there. What I can do is take it, press SZ0, and then rotate around x-axis and drag it up a bit. It also seems that I could take those vertices, drag them in a bit, you know. And yeah, we'll get back to it later. So what we're gonna do now is keep making it, actually, just simply keep making it through. Actually, we can grab it up, down a bit, or otherwise it looks not as I expected. Okay, so now at that point there starts that intrusion, but it's only for the people with a car edition which has that top hatch, and I'm not gonna make it, so I'm gonna just make it flat out there. So again, the same technique, kind of simple but efficient. And yeah, works well for me. There it will be harder to measure the exact distance. I guess it starts around here. It's kind of take proportion. Yeah, well, that down. Yeah, it starts here. So I can kind of make this from that vertex, fill in again, and make it like we do all the time. And of course, again, drag this down a bit. And now we're there at this point, and we don't have much difference here, so we're gonna also currently just fill in all the stuff here. So what's important here is the middle part of it again, so I'm gonna fill this in. Scale, take this vertex, drag it out a bit, then drag those, drag in SX0, then of course select them all, SZ0, RX to rotate around x-axis, and drag up a bit. Oh yeah, and we can actually take a knife and make a little cat here, and press SY0 for this part. And now I'm gonna extrude this vertex here, or no, I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna better fill in with triangle here, with quad here, and with triangle here. Great. We can drag those two vertices here down a bit. Up, but from this view it's down. Yeah. And for this again, scale Z0 and rotate around x-axis like that. Great. What I'm gonna do now is take this, for example, which is that thing here, and extrude up. And I'm gonna scale down, and it seems to be like that, but before I do it, I'm gonna actually drag those vertices in a bit, because it's not such wide thing, and move those vertices here like that. This looks already better, so extrude a bit up. I'm gonna cancel it because I want it to be a bit more extruded, and scale down. Let's see how it's positioned. It's kind of more this way there, and yeah, like that. Okay, and same actually here applies for this. Yeah, so extrude, maybe a bit more even, scale down, and rotate around a bit like this, Okay. And lastly, we need to do some edge splits. Not much to do here. I'm gonna edge split this thing and this thing. Two more. Okay, three more things left to do. Fill that thing. Maybe just add some filling there. And this filling. Such a frame thing. Those pieces and mirror. I'll start with those because they're easier. Then fill this and then finally that, in my opinion, hardest part, mirror. So let's start with that. Add cursor here. Shift A. Plane. Radius 0.2. Kernel 7. Orthographic. Rotate around x-axis. Rotate around z-axis. Scale down. Now let's make their shape. Make out their shape like it looks like. Look at here. Look at here. Round a bit. And select them all as Z0 or X or Y. Drag in a bit. Make it rounder by dragging this out a bit. And select those vertices out. Press E to extrude. Extrude them like this, so that they are kind of inwards. And press scale. S for scale. Okay, I'll make it smooth. Oh yeah, and I'll make them have interior material. So, like this. Great. Let's get into the next part, which is parts around them. So, we take a quick look at it. If I select the second layer, go in material, you can see from views like this, it already looks like a well-filled interior. Yeah, it kind of looks enough. Of course, with textures, it will look kind of good. Yeah. So now what we're gonna do is we're gonna make the filling for this. Okay, let's get back to layer 1 only. From layer 2, I'll grab okay, this piece, which is the interior, rear wing, choose for reference and nothing else. Let's go to this point. Okay, so what I can see that I could do here is take this vertex, for example, which belongs to the roof, and oh, okay, not that one, or maybe that one as well. Yeah, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna sort of make a knife cut here, like this, and grab this vertex out a bit, like that. So, okay, good. This is what I need to do. And now I'm gonna try to select the right vertex, which is all the time gonna be the roof, the interior of roof, which we created there. So here it already selected the right one. No, it didn't. So keep doing it like this. Drag them out a bit, just a bit, minimally. This way. I'll leave that vertex there. Okay, and now we can go in the side view, take all of these vertices that we took out a bit, and extrude them. I'm gonna scale down this extrusion and make sure it's kind of well aligned with it. And fill all through here. Just take and fill. Oh, yeah. Make sure that you're filling with the right vertices, which is the roof part, not the window part. I almost forgot to inform you about this. So we keep filling them. Here where it ends, I'm gonna make it like this. I'm gonna fill in this, or maybe just triangle here. Like that. Okay, great. Well, what else we've got? Alright, maybe this part is wrong. Yeah, it's wrong. I'm gonna delete this face and this face. Let's leave it empty for now, because it will be a bit difficulter. So I'm gonna sort of adjust those vertices like so, and now I'm gonna extrude this down a bit. And so pull this in a bit, you know, like the usual setup. And so just drag them in that way. Okay. At some points you can notice if they're wrong, because yeah, from different angles they look different, so you need to make sure they're kind of in the right positions, and for me they are. I think so. Okay, and now I'm gonna do this stuff again. Fill in here. So fill this. Okay. Well, you need make sure that you select the right one here, which is the okay, is this the right one? Yeah, it's the right one. So you selected this vertex and this, and fill them, and then select the triangle here, well, which consists of these three vertices, and fill in again. Did I fill it? Yeah, it seems that I did. Okay, and now I can keep filling it in here like that. So and triangle here, and also from the inside. Okay, we'll erase the triangle immediately because we won't need triangle there. We need something else there. So I'm gonna delete the triangle here, and I'm gonna delete create triangle like this and delete it. Or no, undo it all. I'm gonna go in the side view and drag this down a lot. We'll make it a bit lower here. So I'm gonna assign interior material to all of these faces already now. And yeah, what's left to do now is to make it at this point, and we'll make it this low. So we'll make also this panel, which needs a reference, and the reference is the door, because we need the door to see it well, because this panel should match with it, and we have it this far. I don't know, maybe we need it to be a little bit lower, but okay, this is still looking fine. So now you take it. I'm gonna add one. I'm gonna add cursor here, extrude this and set it to cursor. Fill. Then add cursor here, extrude again, and set selection to cursor again. Fill. Great. And of course, one more thing. Cursor here, extrude, selection to cursor. Great. Now I'm gonna just extrude it through like this. And so I think that we can actually stop here. I'll drag this up a bit. Let's take a look at reference, and it's really hard to see. But I can kind of feel that. Well, I can actually leave it down to here. Here I'm gonna take those, make sure that select the right one here, and fill it with triangle there. So basically what I'm gonna do now, here again, make sure that you select the right one and fill this with one more. edge. And now I'm gonna keep filling it here. Well, this seems to be too much off. I'm gonna drag it in. And yeah. So what I need to do now is create one more set of vertices. This time it will be here. So basically take them this far, and then of course make sure that you select the right one and fill in with face again. I'm gonna drag this out here to almost the same point where it's at the bottom part. Maybe even, yeah, like this. And if you take a look, it kind of looks like this indeed. Now you need to make sure, well, here are no right vertices, so I'm gonna just select the middle ones and fill. We'll edge split there anyways, so maybe not worry about it too much. We're gonna fill this. Here, grab the window, fill this, here, make sure to grab that window where it is again. Well, here you must take care of the, okay, like this, and of course this vertex and fill. Here you select that vertex, this vertex, and those. Like that. Yeah, this selection. And we have kind of set it up. Here again, make sure that you select the right vertex. And fill this triangle. Here, I'm gonna add new triangle here. Like that. And fill this in. All this through here. I can delete this edge and fill it in with face, I think. Maybe no. Maybe I should have a left triangle. Yeah. I'll make it smooth. For some reason it's making sharp edge there. It's not supposed to do like so. Maybe the normals are wrong here. Let's see if I flip those. No. For those, maybe. Yeah. Make sure that the normals are correct. is it wrong with all the roof? Hard to tell. Let's see. Of course not there. Well, still looks separate. I don't know, how do I tell if the normals are right or not? Well, yeah. I'll try rotating it around like this and see how it looks. It still doesn't help. I'll assume it's fine. So yeah, we have basically finished it here. Oh, we can of course make one edge here. I mean face. Make it all smooth. And now we need few more edge splits. And it's all around here where we blended window with frame, which isn't what we need. So I'm gonna do mesh, edges, edge split. Well, this is kind of it. We have done this much of the roof. Oh, of course you can, if you wish, you can knife cut here. I'm not aiming at so high geometry, so I'm not gonna do it. And last thing, I'm gonna recheck if the front mirror really acts like that. I'm gonna type in BMW M3 Coupe E92 just to see an image and see where the mirror and how it looks. Yeah, well, it is there, like it's shown you, so I'm gonna make it like that. It seems to be kind of way connected to the window and roof at once. I'm gonna move all of those things to the layer 2 now, and from layer 2 grab here window, the windshield, because we need it to make sure to position it correctly. So I'm gonna take my view here and create that thing there. So I'm gonna place cursor here. Whoa. No. Like this. And I'm gonna extrude from here and set selection to cursor. Now I'm gonna set cursor here. Extrude, sorry. Extrude it and set selection to cursor here. And alright. Fill this. And fill with faces. Of course I'm gonna immediately no, not yet actually. Well, but I'm gonna apply the interior material to it. Oh yeah, we can check the normals here. Which ones are in? Oh, this face has inverse normals. What else? Has got these faces. Here. let's assume it's fine. Maybe all of this has inverted normals. These ones as well. I don't know. Sometimes I can't. Ah, right. Here's the trick. And now we see where the normals are facing. These faces. All those faces. I had forgotten of this. But this thing is amazing. Because now I can set the normals to be correct. Indeed. Now they are correct. Oh, and of course for this one as well. So you select it all through. And flip the normals. And as you can see, this thing here has right normals. For now I am going to disable the normal view. You can see if I go in material, it should look fine now. Hard to tell. Okay. Now I'll split it here actually. Already now. Let's make sure select the right edges here. So I'm gonna do mesh edges, edge split. Now let's grab those edges. Great, we have them. We can now actually make a loop cut here, like this. Make it not too wide, because this way we'll align it with window. So here you select this vertex and this one, and delete those vertices. Great, we have it here selected now. Let's check that it's smooth. I'm gonna drag this up, down a bit, even. Run those artifacts there, and as you can see, it's kind of that shape already, but we need to add one loop cut here and dry those vertices out a bit. And now we're gonna like extrude it inwards. So E to extrude, like this. Scale down a bit. Yeah, like that. Of course, you can move this a bit more outwards to make sure it looks a bit better. And scale this down even a bit more, especially on x-axis, like this. Maybe not that much extruded. Hard to tell how much you need to do it. Well, I think this is fine. Again, I'm gonna enable normals for you. See, this sideways normals are wrong. Okay, all of them. Great, we have fixed it here now. And I'm gonna immediately do one edge split here, which is required. It's okay, we need to split it on both sides, so select those sides and also inside. Good. This is a bit closer to what it looks like. Oh, I'm gonna undo it like that. Okay. Did we split them? I didn't notice it. Okay, now we have split them for sure. We need to make the mirror out of there. Let's see where else we can see it. Well, that image is not loading for me. Nothing much to check there. So its shape isn't that complex. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set cursor here. No, I'm gonna do it simpler. I'm gonna take this face, E and scale. No, E and drag it out already, and then scale. No, E and scale. That's my final decision. No more changes in decisions. Rotate minimally around the x-axis, then extrude again. Oh, before you do. Too much undo. So scale down a bit. And then grab those side vertices and drag them in a bit more. Now I can rotate around x-axis a bit and extrude it. I'm gonna scale down a bit more even. And of course, inside view. Whoa. Rotate like this. And kind of make it look like this. Yeah, it's kind of way that I need it to look. Of course, I'm gonna assign the right material everywhere here. Also, what I see problem is that I need to edge split it to separate a bit. Before I do it though, you can drag this vertex down a bit, and here also a bit, like this. So okay, now you edge split those, and yeah, we have this far, and what's left is just a mirror, which shouldn't be hard to make. So I'm gonna take those faces here, go in rear view, orthographic. Oh, before that, go in side view. Extrude in this direction, scale a bit down, up. Now, oh, right here. Now you can like skeleton X a lot, on Y a bit, and we have it there in reference actually. So we can adjust it based on reference. It's good that this reference has a mirror in it. Actually, I didn't expect it to be so needed, because yeah, now I'm able to make it shape kind of well, except for the fact that I can't access that vertex. Okay. Try playing around with it, and in the final, you go in side view, rotate it a bit like this, and extrude it. Good. And now you extrude and scale it down. To make that surrounding shape. Before that, actually, yeah, I'm gonna scale this down a bit. Extrude, and then scale up. And well, before that also, this vertex seems a bit too much up. SY0 also, and then rotate around x-axis a bit. Then extrude, scale. Yeah, like that. Scale up a bit. Oh, okay. I'm gonna actually extrude it a bit more and then scale. And don't know. This looks fine. Then press E to extrude again. Scale. Or no. Already few steps. E and drag it in there like that. Scale. We can actually reduce the poly count like this. Now I'm gonna undo it all because I noticed that the poly count for this is important actually. Sorry. And so we need to just set it up more detailed because, well, this is the thing that in my game will be very visible. So I need some more detail on it. I need it to be smoother. So I'll adjust it a bit. And also smoother here. So I'm gonna do this simple operation here and make it a bit rounder there. Great. Now I have its shape like I wish it to be. I'm gonna select these faces again, scale Y0, rotate around X a bit, and then extrude. Scale up like that. So yeah, this is how it should approximately look, and then extrude inwards like that. Yeah, kind of that it, and scale down a bit, or maybe extrude it just a bit in the depth, scale down like that, and do one more extrusion inwards. And for this specific set of vertices, I'm gonna assign metal material. Oh, and I'm gonna now show normals. See if they look good. They do. Great. Now I'm gonna split this, of course, because there's no other way. It requires to be split. So mesh, edges, edge split. Good. Have the mirror there. And also I'm gonna split these edges. Or okay, yeah, these edges. They actually seem to be more needed to be like this way. Yeah. Like that. And mesh edges, edge split. Good. And maybe also split here. And this is kind of basically it. We have finished the roof model of our car. We have made this nice mirror here. Of course, if you want to, you can kind of make it a bit rounder or maybe flat. I don't know which. The side view mirrors are a bit rounded for the car. I'm gonna move all the first layer, and I don't remember if I did it, but yeah, for those mirrors you drag this out a bit because they're a bit rounded so that you can see wider. But for the inside mirror, I don't think so that you would need to do it. But yeah, this is basically it. We have finished the roof model of our car, and this is already looking way more decent, and we're approaching a good looking final product car. So thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. If so, feel free to share your thoughts, press like button, share this, comment if you have any questions, opinions, anything. And thank you for watching. See you.